Okay, welcome back. And today we're going to make this little sled. And we're getting ready for the holidays like everybody else. But you can use these for other times of the year. You don't have to have them holidays. They're really cute little things. You can stain them, do different things to them. This is what we're going to make. And we're going to show you guys how to make it. So, okay, first of all, we started with is the railing for the bottom of it. These long railing. I got everything marked out what I need. And and I also made templates for everything. So I can just kind of lay them down and do this. But you're going to have to, one thing you're going to have to do is try to make the circle here. Find something that's, if you could probably pin it out and make, just kind of draw it by hand, you know what I'm saying? Or put some kind of circle, some type of little, something you got, maybe a vitamin bottle or something like that. That's what some people just use, little things like that, make that circle. But once you find out, now you can make that curve come back in a little bit further if you want. It don't have to look like this. You can make it a little bit different if you want. Okay, now these are 24 inches. So they're 24 inches long here. And then I measure 2.5 inches. You're going to need a 24 by 2.5 inch piece of wood. You're going to need two of them. And then you can use a 3/4 inch wood. I got 7/8 because I have a chance to use a little bit wider. So if you can buy the 3/4 inch, if you need to make it wider, you can make them wider. They're doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So we got 24 by 2.5 inches by 3/4 inch or bigger. Okay, so we got to get two of those. And then the second thing we're going to need to do, we're going to need to do some marking because there's some pieces that go on this that come straight across on both sides here. So you're going to need those boards, and we're going to need to mark them. So I like holding them together like this and make them one mark. So I did 3.5 inches up. Okay, from here, 3.5 inches. And then I put it on the inside, okay, the board. So I put two little X's there. Then I went ahead and draw it straight across, okay. You want to make sure they're straight because, you put it together, like one side might be down a little higher than the other. So I did the same thing up here, but I measured from this point of the 3.5 inches all the way up to 13 inches. And I went above the 13 inches, just like I did the 3.5. I went above it. Okay, and I put little X's. Now, you got to put something there because when you put those boards across, you want to make sure both sides are up on the top or, wherever you're going to place them. Now, I did notice that I am going to have to, you need something to butt this against, okay? Like something's going to hold it like this. So it doesn't go this way. You know what I'm saying? When you get ready to put it down. So we're going to put a board across here. And we're going to strap it right there as soon as I find something. There. This was another one I was working on and cut it, messed up on it, but okay, a couple clamps will do. Okay, I've got two clamps on it, so what I'm going to do is just kind of slide it up like this. Trying to get it to go, straight across. Now, I need to go back and cut onto the saw. I need to cut me two pieces of wood. Now, these are 1 inch by 1 inch boards. These are the ones going to go across, okay? And I'm going to cut those 10 inches long. So they're going to be 10 inches. So we'll go back here and cut that. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. We're going to do this back part first. Now, like I said, these pieces are 10 inches, inch and a half, or 10 inches by inch. And then we're going to put staples in back here just to hold these. And then I'm going to put screws in. Did that staple even come out? That staple didn't come out there, did it? Heck no. There it is. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pre-drill. We're gonna countersink these screws because I want to get them down there a little bit. Okay, now I use 1.5-inch screws. These here, they're just a regular Phillip head, but they're 1.5 inches. And then I also want to make sure this thing is somewhat square. So we'll go in there and check it. Right there. Okay, looks good. Put a little mark here so if I move it, I'm gonna know it. I could just make a little thing. You can set this down in if you're gonna make a bunch of them. It would make more sense to make something that you'll keep from moving if you're gonna make a bunch of them. Okay, if you want, what I did on this other one here was, let me move this stuff out of the way, is right on the back, right on the back here, I cut a little angle. And you can do that if you want, just cut a little angle on the back. Just make whatever you like on the back. This one here, I can go ahead and, I'm going to go back and cut the 2 little angles on it. I kind of forgot to cut them on the back of here. So we'll just mark them out. And we'll go back and cut them. I'm going to go probably about a 3/4 inch up and a 3/4 inch this way. And then do this side. Come 3/4 up. And then 3/4 in. Yeah, so I did forget that. Cut those angles on this here, but we'll go back and cut them. Okay, what I did, I ran mine on the disc sander and just kind of held it up like this and then cut those. I forgot to cut them, but okay, let's go ahead and start with the decking part of it. And what I have is the first one is 20 inches long, 2 inches wide, and 1/2 inch thick. Okay, and now the other ones are 18 inches long, 2 inches wide, with a 1/2 inch thick. Okay, now if you want, you can go 3/4 inch. These will need to be cut to the angle. It'll be something like this. Now, you can start here on the side, and what I did is, I think I went let me double check it. So I actually took it 2 inches off the back side here. So we're going to have 2 inches from this board back. Okay, like that. So you get 2 inches back, and then of course you want to put a little mark there. Right, something like that right there. Okay. I'm going to do the other side. That way I'll know if it's going to run straight. Now, those are marked. First thing I like doing was to do the center one, because the center one's the one you're going to have to, make sure. If it's not centered, then it's going to throw it off one way or the other. To get our center, of course, we're going to need to mark it so that it's 2 inches wide. So we want a 1 inch mark. Okay, and then another 1 inch mark. This is going to be 2 inches back. 2 inch mark here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure across here. These are 10 inches across. So we're going to go ahead and take a 5 inch mark, another 5 inch mark. Okay. And then come back over to 4 inch and mark. Go to 4 inch and mark again. Okay. And then you got your 2 inch mark on your board here. So you want to come up back to where 2 inch mark is here. And then the 4 inch mark. So you're going to come over to the 4 inch mark. So the center is 5. So I brought it about right here somewhere. And that was it. Right there. So this one can go ahead and go down. So we're going to staple that one down so that one's ready. Ooh. Okay, that's my center board. What we want to do is line all these up, put a little mark right here. And then you're going to go from the neck part right here out, the sticks out, and just kind of go. Okay. Now, if you like, you can make patterns, but I'm just going to do it just to kind of show you. Now, I'm going to go back and cut these, and then I'll show you how to finish that up. Okay, I got these two cut, and what you're going to have to do is cut them and then sand them, make sure they fit, you know what I mean, because your cut's not always really that perfect, so, but trying to make sure it kind of fits on the back side here a little bit so it look real nice. And then what I do is just take these and turn them over this way. Okay. Just flip them over. So lined up. And put your mark. Take this in here, flip it over like this. Makes it a lot easier. That way both sides will be even. Okay. Put these two back up here and I'll go cut these. Be right back. Okay, you see them all lined up here. So first thing I gotta do is I'll take these off here on this side. Do this one too. And then go ahead and put some glue. A little bit here. I just used brad nails on all this. It's a little easier not to leave such big marks in your wood. Now, the other thing I did is here, let me remind you, I made a spacer. And this is an 1/8 inch spacer. It's a piece of wood I had, and I kind of measured it out where I wanted it to be. So this is an 1/8 inch. That's what it is. I always like making them spacers. It makes the job a lot easier and quicker. I mean, you can space it by eye. If you can do it, that's fine. I mean, that's great. I could too. I could probably do by, but too lazy to do it that way. Now I gotta do this side. This way. These are really going to go well this year, these smaller ones. I think so. Okay, a little bit of glue right there. We're going to need to put a hole in the center of this. So I think I measured down a 1 inch. And then a 1 inch over here. So it's like a 1 inch by 1 inch. And then put a hole in here. As soon as I can find my drill bit. Okay, let's go ahead and get a hole drilled down through here. Now, these are 1/4 inch. No, it's a 1/4 inch? Yeah, these are all 1/4 inch. This is an 1.5 inch carriage bolt. You can pick them up pretty much any hardware store. But the nut and the washer both are 1/4 inch. Now, if you like, you can make these holes a little bigger. You can also, I'll probably end up sanding most of this. Okay, I have some rope here, and you can look for the rope in any kind of craft store or anything like that. I think I measured, I don't know. You can make as long as you want. We're going to go probably, get some of this out of here. Hey, depends. We'll see. I'll probably end up, if I make a few of them, which I will, I'm going to go ahead and get a measurement off how big the rope I want. This in here, I think this is like a 1/2 inch rope, maybe a 1/2 inch rope. But they have different, you can get real big ones, thick ones. I don't know if you want too big a one, especially this being that small. You know what I mean? And then, of course, the cutters here. What do you think? That's not too bad. Something like that. Leave it just a little bit longer. Cut this off. Let me see how long this is going to be before I do all that, because I'll keep that written down in my book. You know how long I need it. Come on. It looks about 34 inches what I'm cutting off. Maybe you can go a little bit smaller if you like. I go 32 inches if you want. Probably 24. Depends. But I know you can pick the rope up pretty much anywhere. Okay, there you go. I thought that was pretty neat. I mean, I had a wrench here too a little bit ago. Tighten that up. Let me grab the wrench here. So it doesn't move. And it's just a little screw. There you go. Now, yeah, the rope's a little long. Probably around 24 inches. Maybe that's what I did the other one. This one's a little bit long, I guess. I don't know. It don't matter. It's whatever way you want it. I think this is 34 inches here. And then this piece up here, let's see if I remember to give you that one. I have it written down here. And I made a template on it too. And it is 12 inches long. And then 2.5 inches wide to 1/2 inch thick. Now, this part here, it's just basically what you want to make it. I got mine 1.5 inches. So mine's 1.5 inches here, 2.5 inches here, 12 inches, and 1/2 inch. Now, like I said, you can change that to 3/4. and you can also make that handle bigger if you want. But you're going to have to find some way to get around this, make your own pattern around. But if you make it 2.5 inches, and then mark in a couple places here, like come up here about 1.5 inches, come up here 1.5 inches, then you'll know that the leftovers where you have to make the little curve. You know what I'm saying? And then go ahead and drill some holes in it so your rope will fit. I use this in here. I don't even know what size this thing is. Let me see if I can look at it here. That's the biggest thing is. Neighbors. This is 1964. 1964. That's what that one is. But you can just match them up, whatever size rope you get. You can make them holes bigger too if you like, but this is going to be a really nice item for the holidays, or even just any time of the year or something, like I said. And I do mention in pretty much all my videos, try to get people to be kind and make something like this for a friend or a family member. It's always a nice thought to do something nice for somebody else. So, and it's very inexpensive, something like this. I don't think it took any more than one, maybe 6-foot board, something like that. So there you go. Here's what the other side looks like. Here's what the sides look like. Really nice. So, but you can design a pattern, some kind of face, or even put a person's face on there. I think they do those pods. They call it pod or something like that. And you can take a person's picture out of a printer, and put it on here. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe put a wreath, on it. I don't know if it's big enough. It might be too big, hanging on a wall, whatever you like. So very inexpensive, something nice to make. And I hope you guys create it yourself and make a little money off of it, or just be nice and make something for somebody else. So, okay, that's it for today. If you guys like the video, you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Leave a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And have a great day, and thanks for watching.